Okay, so I'm just gonna go for this. So many of you will have seen my post earlier on today that I have cancer. I have breast cancer. First things first, I'm not dying. It's treatable, but it's cancer. So first, I want to just say sorry to any friends that I missed in terms of contacting you and maybe family members. I think most of you know, but just in case you didn't, I'm really sorry that this is the way that you're finding out. Um, but I just felt like I just felt the overwhelming need to just make this video simply because I feel really lucky because it's been found now. It's the early stages, and there's no guarantees of anything going forward, but the chances are I'm going to get through this, which is brilliant. So let me just quickly tell you what the situation is, and I'm doing this, as I said, for two reasons. Number one, I really just feel as though people miss the signs, and there's been so many people I've been around who've lost loved ones, or who have loved ones who are currently going through, full blown cancer, stages 3, 4 cancer, and and speaking to some of them, and they speak about missing the signs. I just think we're not aware enough of what some of those signs could be. So I just want to kind of just talk about some of that stuff. And I'm by no means obviously an expert, so I'm not a doctor, but I just, if my story can inspire somebody else to go and get something checked out, even if it's nothing, then I'm gonna feel so much better. And also yeah, I know so many people, and I don't want to have to keep explaining myself over and over and over again. Today's a good day, and I know that sounds weird because I actually got the diagnosis this morning, but I knew it was coming. I knew it was likely, so I've had time to prepare. So anyway, got a few notes here. My story. So basically, where are we now? Actually, we probably started about 7 weeks ago. 7 weeks ago, and I'm trying not to be TMI, though I don't want to give too much information because I don't want to gross anybody out or just overshare. But again, it's important that you know what some of the signs are. Anyway, so about 7 weeks ago, I woke up to abnormal bleeding. It wasn't a lot, tiny amount of blood, but it was enough for me to think, oh, where's that come from? That's strange. Looks, I've got breast cancer, so you can imagine where it was, right? So I'm there looking around, and I'm thinking, well, I don't see no cut, ain't nothing come. I'm good. Like, okay, that's weird, but okay, that's just one of those things. So, and that was that. And then another 4 weeks later, it happened again. And this time I was like, nah, something's not right. So I went straight to the doctors. It was a day that my daughter wasn't at nursery, so I had to bring my daughter with me. And because of that, the doctor wasn't as free-flowing with her information. But it was all in her eyes. She examined me, and she goes, right, I think it's important that I show you this. I can't say too much because your daughter's here. Have a look at this. And she showed me a pamphlet, and it said 70%. Sorry, I'm going back a stage. Basically what she's saying is she's going to refer me for a 2-week emergency appointment or urgent appointment to go and see a cancer specialist or a breast cancer specialist. So she points out 70% of people who are referred for these appointments do not have cancer. I don't know, the look in the eye, I'm like, okay. So I had to wait 2 weeks. And the first week, I admit, you couldn't talk to me. It was good. It was the Easter holidays. I cried a lot because I was convinced that I was going to die. I just thought I was going to die. I knew I had the 2 week appointment coming up. Second week, I was like, nah, man, this ain't me. Like, nah, like, I don't know. Like, one of the things I've always done is I've always tried to put things into perspective, and I know that you always have a choice as to what you think about. So I thought, nah, man, like I'm choosing the negative here. Like I don't even know what's wrong. I may not have cancer at all, and if I do have cancer, it doesn't mean I'm gonna die. And I did loads of reading. And I thought, okay, so second week now, I was good. I went to Brighton, loved it, had a whale of a time. And I was determined not to let the thoughts of possibly having cancer spoil my time away. And so it didn't, which was brilliant. So this brings me round to Monday. Monday just gone. It was the 24th of April. So I went with my mum, and yeah, she basically, no, sorry. First things first, went in to go and see the doctor. The doctor was like, or the consultant, he was basically, sorry, I'm closing my eyes to remember everything exactly as it was. He just basically said, oh yes, plenty of women get this problem, abnormal bleeding, and it couldn't, it's probably nothing. Then went to have a mammogram. Oh my gosh, it's the first time I've had one of those things. That was very interesting. Didn't know everything could get squeezed up in. Anyway, whatever. Okay, so things are cool. Me and mum were talking, and she, I'm sure it's what mummy is sharing, but she's had, problems in the past, and so I was comparing, which obviously came to nothing. And so I was like, you know what, you're probably right. I probably got what you got or you had. Then I went to go to get an ultrasound. That's when everything switched. Went into the room, saw the radiographer, and she showed me the pictures from the mammogram. And I heard the word calcification. Now I know and this is what I said to her, like, I know from reading that calcification doesn't always, but often means cancer. So at this point, my head just started spinning. And I could hear her telling me about having to leave some titanium clips inside of me. But don't worry, it won't go for airports or whatever. So I'm just latched onto these titanium clips because I can't really deal with the whole calcification and cancer thing. So I'm like, titanium clips? Like, but do I have a choice as to whether they stay in me or not? And she's telling me no, and she's getting quite irritated. But I'm thinking, why are you irritated, sorry. It ain't happening to you, like, huh? And then my brain gets back to the whole calcification thing. So I'm lying down, she's doing this ultrasound on me. And I'm like, so hold on. Calcification usually means cancer based on what I've read. So if it's not cancer, like, what is it? She says, well, if it's not cancer, it normally means that it's benign. And if it's benign, these little spots, because she was showing me all these little spots, they will be clumped together. Yours aren't clumped together. So that was it, really. Then I went back to go and see the surgeon, and he asked me what I heard, and I told him, and he was making no bones about it. And I came out of that little consultation knowing basically, or thinking, like, there's a very good chance that I've got cancer. Now, he explained that it will be DCIS if I did have it, which is ductal carcinoma in situ, which I knew from my reading that if I had cancer, that was kind of like the better one to have, because it's like you have your various cancers from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it just means that it's in situ, so it's in the ducts. It's not invasive. It wasn't a lump. It wasn't spreading. But they needed to find more information. Oh, I forgot that I had a biopsy. I won't even go into all that. So anyway, a biopsy is when they take stuff out to examine. And so that's why I had to wait till today to find out what the results were. So in the meanwhile, this week, it's been horrendous, really, because I've been thinking all sorts of crazy things. Had a great word with Nicole Reese, who's amazing because she's been through this, Miss Glassy. She's been through this. She's had it. She had a vasectomy. She's had all sorts going on, and she's been very public about it. And so I just felt like I needed to be armed with information. So I had a great chat with her. Again, did loads of research online. And so this morning, when we went in, me and my mum, And oh God, not supposed to cry on this. We went in to the hospital, and first things first, I hear my name called, Rebecca Hemmings, and it was this nurse. So, come on, I need to weigh you. So I'm thinking, no, not even that. I'm thinking. I asked her, so why are you weighing me and taking my height? Oh, just because the breast cancer nurse, no, the breast care nurse, would like me to do that. So I knew, because Nicole had rightly said that if you have it, you will be assigned a breast care nurse. So even before I went to see the consultant, I knew. So the consultant, yeah, confirmed what I already knew, and yeah, I'm where I am right now, and so the good thing is it's treatable, but uh, the other thing which I haven't really spoken about are the treatments. Now I don't want to make this video too long, so yeah, the treatments are something else. Now the great news is I don't need currently chemotherapy or radiation, so woohoo in that respect. But it's yeah, it's highly likely that I'll have to have a mastectomy, which, if you don't know, is where your breast gets cut off. However, and I know that's like, oh my gosh, and I did go in today thinking, I don't want that, I don't want that, whatever happens, I don't want that. But there's some great things they can do, and they can certainly reconstruct. So the one thing I've always held on to is that you choose your thoughts, you choose how you react to things. And something, Anthony Robbins is someone that I follow quite a bit, and he always said, if there's something that you don't like or something you want to change, either change your perception or change your procedure. Now, there's nothing much I can do about the fact that I've got this, other than, put this into the hands of the gods and the doctors, but I can change what I think about it. So if I have to have a mastectomy with a reconstruction, I see it as, hey, I'm getting a boob job, because essentially that's what it is. It's a boob job. An added bonus, and when the doctor said this, I just try not to smile in the consultation. But they can take fat from various parts of your body, and stomach being one of them. And basically, you get a tummy tuck and then a boob job at the same time. So that did make me smile. So it's not really nothing to smile about, to be honest. But how do I feel? Because a lot of people asking me how I feel. At the moment, I'm good. I'm much better than I have been over the last few weeks at any time. Because for the first time, there's an answer. There's some kind of hope. Like, I know what's being dealt with. I didn't know any of that before. I feel, I'm not a religious person, but I'm quite spiritual, and I feel guided for many different reasons. I've got a lot of support. I know that I'm not going to feel the same every single day, and yeah, I'm gonna have to go through a lot in order to get through it. Go through the fire? I wanted to go through the fire to get through it, but that is what it is. I'm not dying, and when I put anything, any treatment, anything against dying, I'm good. I'm good, and I'm grateful, and I'm thankful. So going forward, I don't know if I want to overly keep sharing about what's going on, but I just wanted to say that you have to know what the signs are. Oh, the other thing to say is that if thank God for the bleeding, 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 because if I didn't have the bleeding, I wouldn't know that this was happening. And the doctor said that it could have come to this time next year, and that would have been it. So, if you see any abnormal bleeding, and I'm not just talking about cancer, go check it out. If you're coughing for a long period of time, more than 3 weeks, you've heard these things, go and see your doctor. You find a lump in your breast, go and see a doctor. It's not always a lump. I didn't get a lump. If your skin changes or in that area, go and see a doctor. something don't feel right, just go and see a doctor, because too many people that I've spoken to, like I said before, have ignored the symptoms. And I've been to quite a few funerals already this year, and I don't want to go to any more because of this. I'm not saying it's always preventable, it's not, but sometimes it is. A lot of the times it is. You've seen, many of you will have seen, I've changed my diet. I'm on it. I'm not playing. Like, I never knew it was so easy to give up meat. I'm giving up meat. Like, I'm not playing. Like, there's so many phrases that come to mind. Like, you don't have problems till you have problems. I know that now. I want to live. I want to live. Like, it's like, it's almost like I've been sleeping all this time. I'm like, what? No, I want to live. So I'm living. So that's it really. I don't want to go on. It's a long video as it is, but as I said, I wanted just to kind of tell my story so that you all know what's going on, because and by the way, surgery is long, and the surgery is a whole different thing, and recovery is for a long time. So and that's going to happen in the next couple of weeks. I'll be off the scene for quite a bit, so the next week or two will be just sorting my bits and pieces out. I can't promise to answer every single phone call, text message, or whatever, but I'll do as much as I can. I've just got to focus on me, which I think one of my anyway. You know what? More videos can be made. I'm talking too much. I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm okay. I'm okay. This is the situation, and dealing with it, innit? So yeah, that's it really. So, and thank you so much to everybody so far who sent you good wishes. It means a lot. If you see me on the streets, please don't go over the top. Give me, like, I mean, I know you're gonna want to show your love, your support, and whatever, but please don't go over the top, because what I'm finding is that I'm getting emotional from other people's emotions. So I'm good, and it's okay to acknowledge it. I'm good, like, you can acknowledge it, but I don't want to. Becky, please don't do that, please. So I think I'll leave it there. But again, just to say thank you for your support so far. Thank you.